Originally released in America on November 27, 1991 for arcades and April 1994 for the Super Nintendo, Knights of the Round is a side-scrolling beat-em-up RPG, based loosely on the legend of King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. Besides another game I'll talk about later, this was one of the first Super Nintendo games I played back around 2008 on an emulator. Initially I thought it was just another beat-em-up, but over time I realized there was actually something else about this game, and I really needed to talk about it. And so, 10 years later, here we are. I don't think my 11 to 12-year-old self would even remotely envision this being how I told people about this game, but either way, let us reminisce on Knights of the Round. After Arthur pulls out Excalibur from the stone, the wizard Merlin sends Arthur, alongside Lancelot and Percival, out on a quest to overthrow the evil king Garibaldi and to become the king to unify England. Garibaldi. I mean, I'd like to think they were thinking about someone else, but considering this guy is the only person that pops up with that name, I'm just gonna go with Capcom was just having fun at this point. At the start, you could pick between Arthur, Lancelot, or Percival. Arthur is well balanced, Lancelot is speedy but rather weak, and Percival might be slow as erosion, but he hits like a truck. Whoever you pick will be thrown out into the field and you must battle an onslaught of enemies and bosses across 7 stages. The two things that differentiate this game from similar beat-em-ups is the leveling up system, which instead of experience uses the score you get from killing enemies and picking up gold to level you up, increasing your strength and defense. And, unlike most beat-em-ups where you could just throw yourself at the enemy until they fall down, Knights of the Round is a bit more strategic and tactical. While you could attack and use special moves, the main mechanic in this game is the block and parry. By blocking and having an enemy hit you in that state, you will stun the enemy, gain a short period of invincibility, and will be able to counterattack the enemy. This is especially needed in bosses as some of them will barely be vulnerable unless you parry them. And you can't just hold the block button for most of the game, or else you'll get tired and drop your guard. So you absolutely need to find the rhythm in blocking at the right time and when to get aggressive. Because this is a Capcom game in the mid-90s, meaning that if you aren't prepared, you're gonna get your butt kicked. But unlike something like Ghosts and Goblins, Knights of the Round never feels unfair. It's just a learning curve. And when you get it down packed, every fight is engaging and satisfying. I admit, there are some beat-em-ups where after a certain point, I'm just mindlessly pressing buttons and watching the waves of enemies fall. But Knights of the Round is different. I feel engaged the whole way through, and for that, it marks as a standout among the other beat-em-ups I played. Knights of the Round is a challenging game. It's not for everyone. Heck, I couldn't really get into it when I first played it. But give it time and you're sure to find a pretty good gem on the Super Nintendo. But either way, that's all I have to say about Knights of the Round. Sorry for all the short videos as of late, but do not worry. Starting next week, that's about to change. As always, let me know what you guys think about this game, but only if you want to. Thank you all so much for watching, be safe out there, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.